keeping our state informed. Broadcasting from the home of the Bulldogs. Now, from the University Television Studios of Mississippi State University, this is Take 30 News.
October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Find out what organizations are doing on MSU's campus to promote the cause. Welcome to Take 30 News. I'm James Lowe.
And I'm Chelsea Taylor. This week is Homecoming Week. Find out about the events taking place this week, but first, our top story. A 61-year-old woman is charged with first-degree murder in the death of her granddaughter. Alfreda Geidrich of Chicago, Illinois, is being held without bail after a court appearance Monday afternoon. The 6-month-old child was dropped off by her father at her grandparents' home on Sunday morning. After the child's grandfather left, the woman laid the child on the floor and hit her in the head and body with a sledgehammer multiple times, and miraculously the child was still alive. After hitting the child with the sledgehammer, Geidrich proceeded to slit the baby's throat with a carving knife. Investigators found no history of mental illness, and Geidrich said she feels bad about her actions.
Mississippi State has selected a new executive director of the Alumni Association. Jeff Davis, who formerly assumed the position at Stephen F. Austin University, will begin his position November 18, 2013. With more than 95 alumni chapters in the state and across the nation, Davis will serve as a liaison between the university and alumni. His main goal will be maintaining an active relationship with alumni through programs in order to promote feedback that can continue to make MSU better. President Mark Keenum feels confident that Davis is ready to lead MSU to the next level.
The Department of Health, Education, and Wellness and Zeta Tau Alpha sorority at Mississippi State teamed up to spread awareness about breast cancer and wearing pink to send a message. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and the Department of Health, Education, and Wellness and Zeta Tau Alpha sorority raised awareness for breast cancer on Wednesday, October 2nd, on the drill field at Mississippi State. They raised awareness by passing out stickers, giving brochures, and explaining what breast cancer really is. Students on the drill field learned about breast cancer from Julie Baker, a health educator for the Health, Education, and Wellness Department. Baker discussed why breast cancer awareness is important.
It's very important. It affects a lot of women, and it actually affects men also. And it's something that everyone needs to be aware of starting at a young age, although typically it's women over 40 that are diagnosed. There are women that are younger that diagnose, and it's important to start making awareness at earlier ages, such as ladies in college, so that they can be aware when they get to the age that they are at risk.
To promote early detection, sign yourself up at www.takechargethinkpink.com for a monthly self-examination reminder. According to the American Cancer Society, in 2013, 232,000 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer, and 39,620 women will die due to breast cancer. This disease is responsible for 1 in 36 deaths today.
A Nobel Prize has been awarded for what is known as one of the biggest scientific discoveries, the Higgs boson, or God particle. Surprisingly, the award didn't go to the people who detected it. It went to the physicist who predicted its existence nearly 50 years ago, Francois Englert of Belgium and Peter Higgs of the UK. This discovery is pivotal because it is the missing piece of the Standard Model, which explains how parts of the universe interact with each other. Higgs and Englert were awarded by the Royal Swedish Academy on Tuesday, October 7th.
A video that was all over the media last week of an SUV driver being chased and beaten by several motorcyclists has played a huge part in a conviction. Craig Wright, one of the motorcyclists who punched and kicked the driver after dragging him from his SUV, has been charged with gang assault and unlawful imprisonment. The case involved a group of motorcyclists on Manhattan's West Side Highway and SUV driver Leon, who was in a Range Rover with his wife and small child. Wright is only the last person to be convicted in this case, and several others involved are still being investigated. A salmonella outbreak in 18 states has been linked to raw chicken. 3 facilities operated by Foster Farms in California have been associated with the outbreak. Currently, there are 278 people sick with salmonella linked to this outbreak. So far, Foster Farms has not recalled any products because the USDA has not been able to link the illness to a specific product. Foster Farms said that they are working closely with the Center for Disease Control in order to determine the source of the problem. Representatives of Foster Farms say that the investigation process has not been affected by the government shutdown. Don't go away. When we come back, Adrian Brown will catch you up on all things Mississippi State athletics, as well as some information on professional league sports.
Who would you leave behind? If you're struggling with suicidal thoughts, call the National Suicide Hotline.
In high school, you got away with it. But now, at Mississippi State, do the right thing. Obey the honor code.
The rainforest is home to nearly 2/3 of animal species, and almost half the medicines that we use come from rainforests. But by 2060, nearly all of our rainforests will be gone. So how do we stop it? One way is to recycle. At home, at work, at school. Recycle paper, cans, bottles, and more. Also, save energy by using cold water in the washing machine. Keep your car tuned up and carpool or use public transportation. And finally, spread the word to everyone you know about ways you can save our rainforests.
Adrian, what's going on in sports?
Well, we have a little of Mississippi State football as well as a little MLB. Here's more. After coming off a bad loss to the number 10 LSU Tigers, 59-26, the MSU Bulldogs have another big challenge Saturday, October 12th, against the 5-1 Bowling Green Falcons. With the Bulldogs' record being 2-3, the 2 wins that the Bulldogs gained were from 2 non-conference challenge opponents. With the high-power offense of the Falcons scoring over 30 points in 4 of their 5 wins and the big SEC defense from the Dogs, the game should be a challenge for both teams. Kickoff is set for 6:30 p.m. October 12th. Monday night was a showdown between the Atlanta Falcons and the New York Jets. The Jets were the first to get points on the board with a 22-yard field goal from Nick Foles. Later in the second half, Matt Ryan answered with a 4-yard pass to Jason Snelling, making the game 7-3. Rookie quarterback Geno Smith was flawless, leading the team with 3 touchdowns and the win over the Falcons after a total of 11 turnovers in his previous games. Smith finished the game with 16 completions of 20 passes for 199 yards. With no turnovers, the Jets were successful in defeating the Falcons in the last second, 30-28. The Major League Baseball playoffs is underway and teams are battling to make their claim in this year's Fall Classic. The Dodgers took the series from the Braves with 3-2 score in the Los Angeles, California, Monday, October 7th, and they will take on the winner of the Pirates and Cardinals game. The series is currently tied between St. Louis and Pittsburgh, and they will play a game 5 tonight at 7 p.m. Central Time. In the American League, the Red Sox took the series win over the Tampa Bay Rays Tuesday night, October 8th, in Game 4 with a 3-1 score. The Red Sox will play the winner of the Tigers and Oakland A's game. Detroit and Oakland will play in Game 5 Thursday, October 10th at 8 p.m. Central Time. All games can be seen on TBS. The women's soccer team has gotten off to a rocky start with only 3 wins and 9 losses. They are also 0-5 in SEC play after falling 1-0 to Arkansas in a defensive struggle on October 11th. The Lady Bulldogs take on the number 8 Florida Gators, who just came off a win over the Auburn Tigers, 3-0. The Gators should be a big challenge for the Lady Bulldogs. The game is set to start at 7 p.m. at MSU Soccer Field. On Friday, October 11th, Mississippi State will be indulging in Maroon Madness. The men and women basketball team will be showcased for the first time. The homecoming parade will commence and many other festivities will occur. T-shirts will be given out to the first 500 fans, so it is advised that you come out early. Also, the women basketball team has teamed up with Mississippi State Pom Squad, and they will collaborate for a surprise performance. The night will be capped with a match on the soccer field against Florida at 7 p.m. The event will take place on Creeman Street between Dorman Hall and the Junction at 6 p.m. Well, that's all for Take 30 Sports. I'm Adrian Brown. Coming up after the break, Karen Fairley will have more on Adidas Owning the Campus project. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Caleb Story, and I'm here with you today to tell you about keeping Mississippi State beautiful. Since 1878, Mississippi State has remained a beautiful and clean campus. Do what I do. Do your part to keep this campus classy and clean.
Procrastination is the destruction of most, if not all, college students. By the time we reach college, we are all experts at avoiding the inevitable. Avoiding homework to get more leisure time sounds like a good idea until the night before when we have to cram. You can avoid becoming a victim to procrastination by assessing the task at hand, scheduling times to work on it, and eliminating distractions.
Don't put off your homework. Do it now.
Good, she's finally out.
Welcome back to Take 30 News. I'm Karen Fairley, and with me I have Brianna Sims, the lead ambassador of Adidas Street Team. Welcome to Take 30 News.
Thank you for having me.
So tell me a little bit about Adidas Street Team and their initiative here at Mississippi State.
All right, well, basically I'm the lead ambassador and Andrew Brown is my we just want to bring awareness to the brand. So we're not necessarily selling or anything like that, we're just promoting. This is where you can get it, this is where you can buy it, here it is. Everything we give out is for free, so who doesn't like free stuff, right?
Yeah, so how many schools are actually doing this?
It's about 13 schools. Right now, Mississippi State is number 2. Texas A&M is number 1, but you know, we'll get that spot back soon.
Okay. Tell me a little bit of the events that you do here.
Well, our first event was Cowbell Yell. We basically teamed up with Student Affairs, gave out posters, wristbands, keychains, and took pictures. We just need proof. We just take quality pictures that Adidas can put on their website just so they know that the paraphernalia is going out. As well, we just finished a tactic for the LSU game, which is the mobile billboard. It was a 30-foot mobile billboard of an Adidas motto, not necessarily the players because we can't have affiliation with them, but and we gave out posters as well, and they could stand on it, such as like a stage, and it was really cool. A lot of fans came out for that. It was very successful, and we have actually for the Kentucky game an event coming up, and it's face paint. So we're giving out face paint and whistles, all for free, and wristbands as well to fans. We prefer little kids because it's face paint. Exciting.
Okay, now in a lot of the pictures that I've seen, I see the hashtag On the Campus. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
On the Campus, hashtag that. Anytime you're wearing Adidas, anytime you're in the mood, just hashtag On the Campus, because since we are sponsored, Mississippi State University is sponsored by Adidas in athletics, they own the campus. So we just want that to be the hashtag, the slogan. So when they're walking down the street, anybody on the Adidas street team, they know, okay, on the campus, they're part of Adidas street team. They want to be known as the Adidas guy or the Adidas girl. You know? Okay,
so you told me about the Kentucky event that's coming up. Do you have any other planned events?
Well, actually, we're gonna save it, but just know basketball season, we're coming out and we have a lot. Fan of the game. So if there's any fans out there, hardcore fans, come out with the body paint, Adidas down, some prizes will be given out, some really good prizes.
Okay, well thank you. That's all the time we have for today. Coming up in entertainment, learn about our homecoming court. This is Take 30 News.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that paper. Yeah, but Teresa's class. Well, no, I'm not gonna do it.
Who would you leave behind? If you're struggling with suicidal thoughts, call the National Suicide Hotline.
Some people think they don't have to obey the rules. But when it comes to the rules here at Mississippi State, you better take notice. Don't think you're above the law, or they'll find you. You could find yourself on the outside looking in.
Ring responsibly, MSU.
Welcome back to Take 30 News. I'm Brittany Hall with the latest in your entertainment news. It's a much anticipated week for many at MSU as the Dogs prepare for another home game, meaning students are celebrating Homecoming Week. The annual MSU Homecoming Week events kick off Sunday and on Monday. The dog rally was held showcasing the homecoming court and former Mr. and Miss MSU. Other athletic teams like softball and basketball were also present, introducing their teams and reviewing their upcoming events. Organized by the Student Association, the night was open to the public as well as MSU students, and hosts are getting everyone excited about the big weekend.
We hope to really promote homecoming weekend as a whole, just getting the community excited about everything that's going on at Mississippi State and the traditions and everything behind homecoming.
This year's homecoming theme is Live Maroon and White Forever. Official t-shirts are for sale at the Barnes & Noble bookstore. For a complete list of all homecoming events this week, visit www.sa.msstate.edu/programs/homecoming. The 2013 winner of the Best New Artist and Song of the Year at Grammys Awards will be in Starkville tonight. Fun is a three-man group that powers to the top of the music industry with 3 hit singles, Some Nights, We Are Young, and Carry On. This concert will be held at the Humphrey Coliseum and it's been put on by Music Makers Production, a student-run organization at Mississippi State University. A portion of the ticket sales for each concert fund puts on will be donated to the Alley Coalition Equality Village, which is in a partnership that encourages music, fashion, and entertainment communities to take action and support LGBTQ equality. For more information on tonight's concert, please visit www.msuconcerts.com. Miley Cyrus has undoubtedly made her presence known in the media recently. From her risque music videos to her shocking performance at the Video Music Award, Cyrus has been no stranger to the spotlight, but this time it's for a different reason. Cyrus' new album, Bangers, was released yesterday and people were immediately rushing to stores to purchase their own copy. This album promised to bring a different sound, and that is exactly what it did. Cyrus worked with producer Mike Will, who produced other big-name artists such as Rihanna and Kanye West. A new app has been created to keep our weekends busy. What's happening? Born in Starkville, Mississippi is a new app for both iPhones and Androids, designed by Patrick Quinn, Mal Burrs, and James Concentras. The new app is a database of business, events, dining, and entertainment in town. The goal of the app is to use technologies to increase face-to-face social by updating users on local social events.
Our initial goal is to bridge the gap between what information is on the internet and correct information, and that's where we come in. We want to make sure that, especially in places like Starkville, Columbus, Louisville, and a lot of the local small Mississippi towns that we have, it's really hard for the local businesses to get a presence. We want the user to find the correct information at all times, but most importantly, we want the communities and the businesses in those communities that actually allow us to come in and have our services. We want them to have the best visible presence possible.
With over 5,000 rotating users locally, the app continues to grow in popularity. You may even see representatives of what's happening cruising the streets, searching for latest in entertainment around Starkville. The team gathers information by both word of mouth and the internet. To download the app, search what's happening on your iPhone or Android. The sci-fi thriller by Mexican movie director and writer Alfonso Cuarón won big on its opening weekend. Gravity, starring Sandra Bullock and George Clooney, was released in theaters October the 4th. It made over $55 million in the opening weekend. Bullock's movie beat out Ben Affleck and Justin Timberlake's thriller Runner Runner, and Kids' movie clouded with a chance to Meatballs 2 to nab the top earning spot for the weekend. With its high earnings, Gravity set a new box office record for October debates, beating out previous record holder Paranormal Activity 2, which scored just over $52 million in its opening weekend in 2011. Coming up, we'll have all the information you need on ways to volunteer at Mississippi State's campus. Stay with us. You're watching Take 30 News.
Procrastination is the destruction of most, if not all, college students. By the time we reach college, we are all experts at avoiding the inevitable. Avoiding homework to get more leisure time sounds like a good idea until the night before when we have to cram. You can avoid becoming a victim to procrastination by assessing the task at hand, scheduling times to work on it, and eliminating distractions.
Don't put off your homework. Do it now.
Some people think they don't have to obey the rules. But when it comes to the rules here at Mississippi State, you better take notice. Don't think you're above the law, or they'll find you. Nope. You could find yourself on the outside looking in.
Ring responsibly, MSU.
Welcome back. The cowbell is a long-known tradition of MSU, and the university has found a unique way to spotlight it. The latest exhibit in Mitchell Memorial Library recognizes one of Mississippi State's most loved traditions.
I've always noticed the cowbell was always here. We've gotten national recognition because of it. I mean, we've gotten punished because of it too, but it's tradition. I mean, what can you do about that?
The exhibit displays many cowbells, some that are new, some that date way back, and everything in between. Among the collection is Director of University Relations Sid Salter's personal cowbell collection. Also on display are photographs from Town & Gown's intern Lauren Gambrell of cowbells showcased around campus. The cowbell exhibit will continue to run throughout the rest of October.
MSU's annual volunteer fair brought new nonprofit organizations to show students there are opportunities on as well as off campus to help them get involved. Brittany Hall has more on that story.
To raise awareness, the Maroon Volunteer Center held its annual volunteer fair. The fair brought nearly 20 nonprofit and community agencies from around Oxabaha County to show students why it's important to volunteer.
The number one reason people volunteer is that they're asked. So kind of having this interaction face-to-face makes more of a difference than just seeing it online and saying, oh, that's really nice, there's a volunteer opportunity going on. Instead of just clicking a button, they can actually talk to the people and see, you know, firsthand what the experience is like.
With 20,000 students on MSU campus, 5,000 students are signed up for the Volunteer Center's notification website, which sends opportunities to partake in organizations such as Meet the Blind and Starville Multicultural Group. Listings such as these teaches students the importance of lending a helping hand.
To let people know that you're there to offer your services, because sometimes it's not what you know, it's who you know.
Although the volunteer fair only happens once a year, students still have ample opportunities to connect with organizations throughout the Starkville area. OrgSync, the MSU volunteer website, has lists students can access every day. OrgSync, a website used by numerous colleges throughout America, allows students to log any community service hours that they have. With the help of the Volunteer Center, students can present these hours to any organization or company that they choose.
We, the Volunteer Center, we provide great services for people who want to get volunteered and we want to volunteer and get involved. And I say get volunteering because it's a great need and demand for people to really put in those hours and do community service.
I am Brittany Hall, Take 30 News.
Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at Take 30 News. I'm Chelsea Taylor.
And I'm James Lowe. Join us Monday at 4 p.m. for another edition of Take 30 News.